Okay, good afternoon, everyone. The first tool that I'm going to explain it's called Puppet. And Puppet it's a tool that we can use to organize our ideas. And basically, it allows you to create mind maps and conceptual maps. The interesting thing about it is that we can connect and relate our ideas as we want. It doesn't have like a specific order or anything like that. We can create it just the way we like. um, it is necessary to create an account. It is a requirement. You have to register. However, it is for free, so you don't have to pay anything. Once you have created your account, you can start using Puppet. um, at the right side there are some samples in which you can see some puppets made by another people. Maybe if you're not that creative, you can check them, you can see them, and then get inspired to do your own. And at the left side, at the top corner, there is a button at the home page. There is a button that says make new puppet. You click on it, and then you get a sort of board with a great background, and you can use all that space to create your puppet. By clicking twice, you get a little puppet, which is like a little square, and in that square or puppet, that is the term for it. You can write text, you can add text, you can add images, and you can also add videos. The videos can be added from your computer, or also from YouTube, from the web. What else? Okay, once you have created your Puppet, you can make it public on the web so that everyone can see it. And also, you can share your Puppet. You can share it on some social networks such as Facebook and also Twitter. Okay, it is suggested to use Puppet with Google Chrome, because it seems to have some problems with Internet Explorer. And that's it. Alright, the second tool that I'm going to explain is called Oxford Study Genie Plus, which is a dictionary. It was mainly designed for intermediate English and advanced English students, since the content can be quite demanding and confusing for basic English students. Okay, so basically it helps you to understand, to speak, and to write the English language correctly. Um, the content of the dictionary is really extensive, and the good thing is that it includes both American and British vocabulary, and it is also updated. It includes current English that is spoken nowadays. The content of the dictionary is related to some fields, so we can find in it language and content related to technology, related to ecology, to sports, and even informatics. And something that is also pretty cool is that it helps you to develop knowledge not only about the linguistic part, but also about the cultural part. So it helps you to develop knowledge about the Anglophone culture. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about how it works. Okay, so at the left side of the tool there is a searching section in which you introduce the word that you want to look for, and it is divided into three main areas or sections. The first section is called Diccionario Oxford Study. In this section you get, let's say, a brief result of the word that you look for. So you introduce the word, you search for it, and you get from the most common meaning of that word to the less common meaning of that word in a very simple way. The second section is called, well, it's focused on phrasal verbs. In this section we have a list of words that we can use to construct phrasal verbs. So in this case, is not only really about searching for the meaning of a word, but about constructing phrasal verbs. And the last section is called it's the word finder. In the word finder we get a much more explained and extends um, information and explanation of the word that we look for. So you go to the searching section, you introduce the word, you search for it, and in this section, in the last one, which is the word finder, you get examples using that word, you get synonyms, you get even the opposite meaning of the word that you look for, and you get also observations of how to use it and when to use it. Something pretty cool about it is that I found is that, well, I was writing a document and I was using the tool, the dictionary, and I found that when you put the pointer on a word in English, it says, or it speaks aloud that word with a very good pronunciation and pretty understandable, which is a very good feature of this of this dictionary. And finally, well, you also have the chance to practice with it by doing exercises, by doing some games, by playing some games. Sorry, it also includes maps and also a learners section that is focused on writing skills, and it gives you samples of essays, of resumes, and some other types of writing documents. And that's it. Alright, the third tool that I'm going to explain is called Saber Inglés. Saber Inglés is a website in which we can find a lot of content that can be useful and very helpful for us as teachers. But I would say that the strongest feature, the strongest characteristic about this website is the fact that it can develop and it can help you to be autonomous. It can create autonomous learners, since people do not really need the help, any help or any instruction to interact with this website. It is originally written in Spanish so that students feel comfortable with it. Okay, so at the it is mainly divided in three courses, which are basic English course, English for tourism course, and English in a foreign context course. And then we have some subcategories. The first of them is grammar, in which we are going to find about I already counted 70 topics, such as demonstrative adjectives, the use of can, the use of would and present perfect, and many others. And they have their explanation with their respective exercises. Then we have the vocabulary subcategory, in which we can find vocabulary related to some thematics. We click on it, and then we have a list of thematics, and we can select the one that we feel interested with. Then in the same subcategory of vocabulary, we got flashcards, we got songs, movies, and television. In these three sections, songs, movies, and television, we have some scripts from movies, from TV, and there are some words highlighted in these scripts. And at the end of the page, or at the end of the exercise, the words that were highlighted, are explained in a very deep and in a very clear way. It has also images, so maybe if you feel interested, or if you usually watch a TV series like Modern Family, you can find it. And you can do some exercises with this TV series. So it basically, what it does is to provide its users with a huge amount of content based on people interests. Okay, the next subcategory is practice, in which we can practice our four skills: speaking, listening, writing, and reading. In the same subcategory, we have tales. For instance, Alice in Wonderland the book is full. There you can read it, and it has its own exercises and practices. However, there are a lot more of tales, but they are more related to, or they are designed for kids. However, there are some books that we can also check, but the books are in the next subcategory, that is resources. In the resources subcategory, we find books, we find dictionaries, we have newspapers, radio, and also and that's it. Basically, what they do is to give you the link of the page that you can visit. So it gives you the link of the site for a radio station. If you are interested in music, then you can look for the radio station that contains music. If you are interested in poetry, if you are interested in culture, in some other things, you get to see the links of the radio stations that you might like. And the same thing with the dictionaries and with the books. And finally, we have another section that I consider really useful, which is the teachers section. Well, there are two actually: the teachers section and a participative section. In the teachers subcategory, we can find a lot of ideas, and more than ideas are more like games that we can implement in our classes with in a very dynamic way. There are many activities that we can do with students, and the good thing is that it's not only like games or activities for kids, but also activities that are very dynamic for intermediate students as well. And in the participative subcategory, we have basically what we can do in this part is to share what we know. We can do it through videos, we can create some classes, we can create we can prepare let's say an activity, and we can share it in this page, and all of the teachers all over the world, they can see it and implement it in their classes if they find it useful. And that's it. Okay, the first tool that I'm going to explain is called ProProfs. ProProfs is mainly a quiz maker. However, it has some other uses. It is necessary to create an account, but you can register for free. You don't have to pay anything. After you create the account, then you can start using it. We can create, as I said, quizzes, tests, exams, and even training courses. And the types of questions that we can create with this tool are many. For instance, we can create multiple choice questions, we can create true and false questions, video and audio questions. But to use this specific one, I mean the video and audio question, it is necessary to upgrade, and you have to pay for it, so maybe you want to keep it for free. We can also create checkboxes questions, fill in the blanks, and matching questions. After you have done and you have created your test, you get the link so that you can share it through different social networks and social mediums. You can share the link with your students, and they can develop the quiz or the test virtually. A very specific and unique feature about this tool is that when students finish developing or doing the quiz or the tests, they get a sort of certificate. In the certificate, they can see the score that they got, the grade, and they can also see the time that they spent developing and doing the quiz, which is a good thing, since by seeing the time you can know if maybe your students were cheating or not. Okay. Okay, another feature of this tool is that it has a store section. In this section, we can see the tests, the quizzes, or the courses that some other teachers developed, that they created, and we can actually buy them. Or we can do the opposite. We can also sell what we do. If you if you create a quiz that you consider very useful and a very good test, you can put it on sale, and so that every person that is in this tool can see it, and maybe they feel interested in it, and then they can buy it. And finally, we have a game section, and we can do the same. We can create our own games and sell them, or explore the games that are already done and play with them. That's it. Alright, the fifth and the last tool that I'm going to talk about is called Easily. Easily is a website that provides its users the possibility to create infographics. Infographics are visual representations of knowledge, of content, of information that wants to be presented and that wants to be explained in a, let's say, clear and quick and fun way. Um, so basically, in other words, we can say that Easily is a tool that we can use to create visual ideas and to share our visual ideas online, since it is also a possibility and another feature of this website. Okay, so it is necessary to create an account, and once you create it, it is for free. Once you have created your account, you can start using it. Mm, at the home page, the first thing that you see is a lot of templates, and these templates are really different, and you can choose the one that you like the most. All of them have different designs and different, let's say, sequences, colors, animations. So you select the one that you like the most, and based on this template, you start creating and developing your ideas. Um, what Easily, I'm sorry, is used or has been used by teachers, by educators, by students, and even from people that are related to the business field. I would say that it can be very useful for teachers, since in this way we can get our students involved and we get our students engaged with the topic that we are presenting, since the templates and the way it looks is really engaging and attractive, and it looks good, and we can modify them. The good thing about the templates is that they are not static. We can change it, we can modify it, and we can add some elements, some objects, some other animations, or we can delete the things that we do not consider useful in it. Um, Basically, that is the use of Easily. It can be very useful, for instance, when doing lectures or presenting a specific topic in a very general way, but also with little details, since we can get all these things together in the templates that we create. That's it. Thank you so much for watching.